Hello, my name is Jessica Griffin, and today I will be taking you on a reflective tour of my experience studying Malcolm Knowles' Attributes of Adult Learning. Knowles' Attributes of Adult Learning are essentially a framework for considering the things that are important to adult learners and how they learn differently from their younger counterparts. Understanding and accounting for the key differences between child and adult learners is a crucial step in effective instruction, so Knowles' attributes are an integral part of the conversation when it comes to teaching and training adults. Knowles' first attribute, need to know, posits that adult learners must understand why they need to learn something before committing themselves to the task. They need to understand the relevance of the learning to their own goals and needs, both professionally and personally. The questions included here reflect an adult learner's need to know the essential purpose and benefits of the learning before moving forward. Self-concept relates to the adult learner's interest in experiencing partnership in his or her learning to best tailor it to his or her unique learning style, needs, and goals. Adult learners are more resistant to the traditional style of learning experienced as children and want a more streamlined, personalized, and autonomous learning environment. This might look like giving the students the responsibility of self-assessment or allowing them to choose the format and pacing of their work, among other things. Attribute 3, experience, is where all of an adult learner's previously held attitudes, biases, and mindsets about learning influence, both positively and negatively, their ability to take on new learning challenges. When teaching adults, a facilitator is working against time constraints that may make the learner less willing to invest time in the learning. They may also be working against ways of thinking and problem solving that no longer match the new data about how best to approach problems within the field. The best way to overcome the hurdles that experience brings with it is to make real-life application of the learning clear from the beginning. Readiness was a particularly interesting attribute because it incorporates more acknowledgement of a person's emotional and psychological needs and the role that plays in a person's willingness and ability to learn. Adult learners come into training with questions, reservations, and concerns about how the training will benefit their personal and professional lives. They may also feel hesitant about how this learning opportunity will compare with past experiences, both positive and negative. Designing opportunities that account for and acknowledge the wide range of intellectual, emotional, and psychological needs of the learners is critically important. A person's orientation to learning is something I had not thought much about before completing this assignment. Knowles posits that as a person matures, their perspective on learning changes. They become more focused on problem solving and self-improvement rather than learning about general subjects or learning to move along a degree program as in traditional school. As a person's orientation to learning changes, the challenges faced by the instructor change as well. Establishing the practical application and relevance of coursework to adult learners is extremely motivating at this stage. Motivation is likely the most important aspect of Knowles' theory of adult learning. If an instructor does not understand what motivates the learners in his or her program, they cannot be successful. Knowles posits that adult learners are more intrinsically motivated than younger learners, so their learning experiences need to be shaped to address their desire to build skills that will make their lives easier, help them advance at work, and help them learn more about hobbies and interests. Intrinsically motivated learners need to be convinced that the learning will benefit them, but once that trust has been established between the facilitator and the learner, the possibilities for learning can be endless. Knowles' attributes of adult learning paint an important picture of the responsibility an instructor has when approaching adult learners. By understanding the unique motivations, goals, needs, and attitudes of adult learners, an instructor can build truly autonomous, student-led creative learning experiences that may have long-lasting effects on the work, personal lives, and mindsets of the students. Overall, Knowles' attributes of learning is a worthy topic of discussion for anyone who is responsible for educating others. I hope you found my tour